Welcome to Across the Gulf Coast, highlighting organizations, events, and people from around our local community.
Hello, I'm Cam Johnson, Public Affairs Manager for Cox Communications, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Across the Gulf Coast. We've got another great show in store for you this month as we're going to talk about events and happenings in Okaloosa and Escambia counties. And we're going to kick it off in Okaloosa County today as we're going to talk with Covenant Hospice. We're going to talk about fundraisers that they have coming up and some events that are coming up this fall. And joining me now to talk about that is Rachel Mayhew. She is the Development Manager for Covenant. Rachel, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, we've had Covenant on before to talk about some of your events, and we're going to get an update here in a few minutes about one that you guys just finished. But for those at home who don't know about Covenant, give us a little overview of who Covenant Hospice is and some of the programs that you provide.
Sure. Covenant takes care of patients in their last time of life, their last chapter of life. And that time includes being surrounded by people that they love in the setting that they choose. So we do our best to honor those wishes of each patient. And then we infuse that with as much quality time as possible. We have physicians, social workers, volunteers, nurses that come and visit with the patient wherever they call home. And then we do a lot of charity care too. Mm-hmm. So we take care of patients regardless of their ability to pay. And we provide a lot of other free services to the families to help them through this last chapter with their loved one.
Now, if somebody is approaching that, somebody at home has a family member who's approaching that last chapter, as you say, how can they contact you? Do their doctors or the hospitals contact you? How do they go about that process?
Hospice care does require a physician referral or a referral from the hospital, but if a family member has specific questions on the services we provide or maybe some of those indicators that may clue a family in that the end is coming and they do need to maybe seek a referral from their physician, they can call our local office at 850-729-1800 and be put in touch with the right people.
And you mentioned you guys will help anybody, no matter what their income status. And I guess to do that, you do have to have some fundraisers and events so that you can offset those costs. You have one coming up that I want to talk about here in just a minute. But first, I want to talk about the Cox Charity Auction. I know you guys just finished this here in the past month or so. A big auction for y'all. Give us a little update on how that went.
Yeah, we raised about $14,000, which is incredible.
Fantastic.
It is. It's incredible because so many of those items are smaller auction items. We do have some big stays. We had iPad from Cox, which was a great seller, but a lot of those are smaller gift certificates for restaurants, coffee shops, things like that. And for all of the community to come up together and donate those items and then bid on them and raise $14,000 in a matter of 4 weeks is pretty huge.
That is great. I'm so happy that the community, like you said, came together and did help you guys with that. That was, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago now that y'all switched to the online auction. I think that has to have proven to be very successful for y'all.
Yes, people can shop wherever they want, whenever they want. So it adds a lot of convenience.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about another, it's not an auction, but a prize drawing that you guys are having in August, I believe. It's a little different this year, and we're talking about the Paddle for Promise. It's a little different setup this year. Tell us a little bit about that event.
Yeah, in the past, Paddle for the Promise has consisted of an actual paddle board race and then some other prize draw items. And this year we are trying it just with the prize draw, and we're gonna see how it goes. But we have a beautiful board that the artwork's already been completed, and the board was donated. It's a 12-foot stand-up board by Starboard, and it was donated by Don Oliver and Chris Kerr over at Doghouse Surf Shop, your good friends of Covenant Hospice. And then Keith Jetty did the artwork this year. He is an airbrush artist at Wicked Paint here in Fort Walton, and he is also a tattoo artist at Big Rooster Company Cycles and Tattoos. And the artwork is stunning this year. It covers the whole board, has a nice metal flake in the background with this amazing octopus and really detailed jellyfish. It's stunning. I don't think we'll find one person that it doesn't appeal to.
Sure. Now, if somebody at home wants to register, wants to buy a ticket or put in for the prize drawing, how do they go about doing that?
If you go to www.choosecovenant.org, you'll see an area that is special events. Click there. There'll be a link to Paddle for the Promise prize draw, and you go online and buy tickets. They are $5 a piece or 5 tickets for $20.
And when will you do the actual drawing?
August 8th of 2015.
Okay. What's the cutoff date, though, to register? Is it on August 8th, or do you have to have your ticket before then?
We will do the drawing at noon that day, so they will cut off on the 7th, the day prior.
We got about a minute left, but I know you guys have a busy fall. I mean, it's always something going on, just always having an event. So you do have 2 events, I believe, coming up in the latter parts of the year. Give us a quick overview in about a minute of those 2 events.
Early October, October 3rd, we have Blue Jean Ball with a Great Gatsby theme in Crestview at the Crestview Community Center. That's a live auction, silent auction, dinner, dancing, entertainment's going to be, and all within the Great Gatsby theme. So going to be a lot of fun there. And then November 15th for Miles of Memories for our sister company, Covenant Alzheimer's Services. We also have a 5K Sunday brunch run.
Perfect. Well, I know it's a lot of information that we try to squeeze in there to 6 minutes, but I know everybody can go on your website, choosecovenant.org, is that correct?
And look for special events.
Rachel, thank you so much for being my guest today. I do appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, I had fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be in Pensacola to talk about events in Escambia County.